Who's the hottie working the office? This thing will like take a finger off. I'm not really interested in all of this right now.
Like, it's so hard. He pushes so hard against it.
So big and so strong, come a little bit closer, I'm on a walk.
Happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. We hope you have a wonderful day. We will definitely be spoiling Corey rotten for the rest of the day today.
Like the thumbnail says, I got lucky with these girls, and I know it's Father's Day, and they should be just showering me with all these praises and good stuff, but I want to take this time to brag on my girls a little bit. I've got some super proud dad moments to share. And the first is our oldest, Lily. She created the design for our very first FOS t-shirt and hoodie.
We're so excited to share with you the It's Better Outside line. We have gotten so many requests over the last couple of years for t-shirts, it's not even funny.
And I don't even have an excuse. 320, the shirts that you keep seeing us wear, that's my brother's company. It's a screen printing company.
He makes t-shirts for a living.
He makes t-shirts for a living, my brother. And we don't have t-shirts. Here's what happened. I can't make up my mind, and I needed someone to do it for me, and that's where Lily came in.
Cue Lily. Hey, Lil.
Coming.
This wasn't staged at all.
I haven't been sitting there for hours.
So Lily.
While I mess up all my words.
So Lily, what is it really honestly like to work for Dad?
Well, it's oh my god. It's always hard working for someone who's super duper creative and has like this perfect picture in their minds, and they're
Perfect
like,
picture. I couldn't even make a design. I gave her some ideas, and then you know what our design is? Nothing like what we started with, because so much better than what I could have done. So proud dad
fantastic.
moment. Proud dad moment.
She
right
did
here.
fantastic. And Lily has a bunch more ideas for future It's Better Outside shirts, so make sure that you are keeping a lookout for when we release those as well.
I'm just gonna leave you two.
Exit stage left over here. Not rehearsed at all.
So the link to the store is in the description. Now the store is only going to be open for a limited amount of time, and that's not because of some marketing scheme. That's just how to get you guys the best quality possible.
So knowing the back end of the screen printing industry, and just watching the process so often at my brother's shop, to do it right, it's quite the setup. You have to separate all the different screens. You have to set up the machine. You can't just print one. So that's why we do a pre-order, to collect them all, get it set up proper,
Right.
get it the best you can do it, and print them all at once.
The store is only open until July 1st, so make sure you jump on there before it closes, and be sure to tag us in any photos with hashtag It's Better Outside. We cannot wait to see you guys living life outside.
This is my favorite part. I can't wait to see these shirts out in the wild. I just think it's going to be awesome.
It's gonna be amazing. We also want to say thank you to the FOS crew who gave us their feedback on Lily's first drafts. It has been so much fun bouncing ideas off of you guys.
It just makes it so much more fun to do it like that. Okay, another really proud dad moment. Really just a proud, parenting moment. I can't really claim all the responsibility, but it is my day. So
It is.
We'll
let him claim a lot of it
soak
today.
it in a little bit. It happened where we left you off in the last episode. So we were in the Florida Keys and at the Everglades Outpost. And this is just one of those spots where I just saw the girls just both grow up.
It's crazy, like seeing your kids giving presentations in front of other people, giving information to others, seeing them be able to do a project and see it through from the very beginning to the end, taking instructions from other people, other adults besides their parents.
Because we've been raising them for so long, it's weird to see our work actually, take off.
It's
and
incredible.
They're
It's incredible.
we're
So
not
parents
that in
keep
between.
going. Yeah, exactly. There is such rewards at the end. So keep going, be consistent, stay on top of your kids, because watching them be able to do what they've done with these other adults and volunteers has just been absolutely incredible. Even just like the daily tasks that this past time at the outpost, and knowing that somebody or some creature was counting on them was just really incredible.
All right, so one of the major things the girls do is food prep for all of the animals. So they're almost done.
Cutting up food for Kenyon. He's the lemur, and his previous owner took out his teeth, so he can't exactly eat big food.
So they mince it up for that Kenya. I don't know if you heard her say that the previous owners, where she was rescued from, removed her teeth. So that's why they are mincing up all her food so she can eat. So what's your favorite animal, girls?
I don't have one.
You don't have one. That's a good answer.
I don't have one.
But look at these meals that these girls prepare. They do this every single day. These are well-loved animals. So as you can see, each individual animal gets something different. And the girls just love preparing it. So what's this, Lily, you were telling me?
Oh, this is enrichment for the monkeys. So I took out the middle of it, and I put honey in it, and then birdseed.
Just something different for them, so it's
Yeah.
not the same every day. Okay.
Something to play
Who's getting the star fruit?
Probably the monkeys still.
The monkeys?
Yeah.
Good job, babies.
Cause we've no idea when we're coming home. Any place we wander to, any season we go through. I'll be fine
And
as
Paco
long
could take a
as
finger
I'm
off.
with you. Heading home, heading home. Running around the world with you.
Hey, now, Bob.
Smile too. How I ever made it without you. Heaven knows.
And these are our bunnies.
Weather changing, better get out soon.
Lift it up.
Don't let go of my hand, no matter what you do. Well, I'm here for you. Through the thick and thin, we're on a winding road that never ends.
Are you ready for your day?
What?
Any season we go through, I'll be fine as long as I'm with you. Heaven knows, heaven knows.
This is what it looked like.
Around the world with you. When you smile, I smile too. How I ever made it without you. Heaven knows, heaven knows.
Jump up.
I think probably the most special thing to see in your children as parents is their passions start to be created in them as they continue to grow and mature. And we just talked about Lily and her passion for art and design. That really revealed itself on this journey as
Oh, yeah.
she's, really reached this age and figured out what she loves. That design was the first one she ever did using
Yeah, she's
Illustrator.
never even done anything on the computer. It's all been painting or drawing or photos, and she just picked up the software and figured it out. Like, it's amazing.
It's really
amazing.
awesome.
All right, I hope it doesn't seem like we're bragging too much about our kids, but it is Father's Day, and I'm a lucky guy, and I'm very proud. So, just,
So you're gonna
just
brag?
just today.
As far as Leila goes, working at the outpost as well as the ranch in Wyoming has really birthed such a passion in her for animals that I foresee will play out in her life and in whatever career choice she has.
The compassion that she has is insane.
Not
So-
to mention the natural connection that
Yeah,
she
I
has
don't
with
know.
animals.
I don't know what it
crazy.
is with animals. They just seem to be drawn to her. So
So true. So thank you so much to Bob and to Martha for allowing our girls to have such an incredible opportunity. Talking about the Everglades Outpost also brings up a couple points about how we RV. If you haven't seen our past episodes of us volunteering at the Outpost, you can check out those links in the description.
there's a good one. There's one where she swims with an alligator. So you got to check that one out.
I still have all of my fingers and toes.
I was in there
It's
too,
all
but
good.
nobody cares about me being there. They only care about her being in there.
The Everglades Outpost is a nonprofit wildlife refuge that's owned by a family friend of ours, and they take in local injured wildlife as well as exotics who have been illegally acquired or have been mistreated. A couple examples of some of the creatures that are living a wonderful life at the outpost are Josh the bear. His mother was killed when he was 1, and we just celebrated his 30th birthday at the outpost.
Bob's had him for 29 years.
That's insane.
Absolutely insane.
And then we have Kenya the lemur. Kenya's owners actually removed all of his teeth because they didn't want him to possibly bite them, which is just a horrible thing to do to an animal.
So the poor little thing's tongue just hangs out all the time because the teeth are supposed to hold it in.
Kenya's so cute, even with his little tongue hanging out. But that means that his food needs to be prepared in a very special way. They have to be cut up and minced very carefully.
Like you just saw.
Exactly. And then Romeo the white tiger, who Leila has a very special bond with.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
His owners actually saved him from a life in the circus when he was a baby. And then, of course, alligators.
The alligators. The alligators at the Everglades Outpost were deemed nuisance alligators by the state. So that means they've come in contact with humans and not really scared of humans, or humans had fed them.
Right.
So there's 2 options for these alligators. They are either put down or they come to the Everglades Outpost and live, a happy life.
Right.
So
we have a lot of alligators at the outpost.
a lot of alligators at the Everglades Outpost, and every single animal here has a story.
Exactly. And we have just been so privileged to be able to volunteer and get to know them all and know their stories over the last 3 years. So this leads us into discussing how we RV and how places like the Everglades Outpost fit into our travel style and our life. Some people on the road are just go, go, go all the time, and that works for them, but it's not sustainable for our family.
I'm a homebody.
He really is.
I tell it to people, but they're like, what? How? It's
Actually, the
because
RV life makes it.
we drag our house around with us, so
It's the only way we get them to go anywhere. So we have places like this and the ranch in Wyoming, as well as family members that have become anchor points for us. And we are so thankful to all of our family and friends and the people who have offered places for us to stay, because
without you guys, we wouldn't
be
still
on the
be on
road
the road.
still. Absolutely not. And these places are like home bases for us, and they're places for us to rest and to catch up on things, to get even projects done on the truck or on the rig. Sometimes you just need a place to get that kind of stuff done, and it's become a respite for us. We've referred to this in the past as road traditions, a place where we can look forward to going.
And it's a place to like she said before, it's a place to rest and get away from the decision-making fatigue that is just prevalent in full-time travel. It's just, it's exhausting sometimes.
And it's a constant in a situation where we have a changing environment all the time. So being able to have some constants and something, like I said, to look forward to just makes the life work for us. And it may be something that you want to think about if you're planning on getting into full-time travel.
And this might not even apply to you. I'm just, like I said, I'm a homebody, so...
And our road traditions might look different than yours, but just be thinking about that as you're in the planning process. One of our other home bases is actually where we headed to after we left the Everglades Outpost. My grandmother, aka Nanny, lives in St. Augustine, and Nanny's is actually what our very first home base was. People actually think that we are from Florida because that's where we launched in the RV.
That's not the case. We're actually from Maine. I know a lot of you know that, but we're from Maine. We sold our house in Maine, and we brought our last truck and a U-Haul trailer of like 5 by 8 or something, U-Haul trailer packed with our stuff down south, and that's where we bought our RV and that's where we bought our truck, because I knew we were going to buy a used truck and I just did not want to deal with any kind of rust up north. So we just decided to launch from down south.
Nanny has been one of my biggest cheerleaders my entire life, and having her be such an integral part of this adventure with us has been so special. When we stay at Nanny's, we put our rig in storage because we cannot leave it in her driveway. And
HOA rules.
That's right. The girls have a room there that they share, and they decided that they wanted to redecorate this last time that we were there. So they decided on their own what colors to paint the room. They sold their bunk beds. And
I thought this was the beginning of the end.
He really did.
So I thought we were going to just settle in there and
they were going to love having a big open space. And not that they didn't. They absolutely loved it, and they loved the renovation. But let me tell you, they were in that room for a couple weeks after it was renovated, and they were ready to hit the road.
They were ready to hit the road, and I was like, yes. The journey continues.
One of the things that we did do while we were at my grandmother's was we gave ourselves a 50-pound challenge, and we decided that we were going to try to look through the RV, and anything that we hadn't touched in a while that we wanted to get rid of, we were going to try to get 50 pounds of stuff out. Guys, we had 200 pounds of stuff.
Of just silly little things.
That we
Papers
did not
and
need.
even like old boxes, and it just weight adds up. So yes, we challenge you. The FOS 50-pound challenge.
That's right. So hashtag FOS 50 challenge, and let's see how much weight you guys can get out of
I
your rigs.
guarantee you're going to be surprised. You're going to have more than 50 pounds of stuff that you didn't either. You probably didn't even know you had it in your RV.
Probably not, but I'm curious, and maybe we'll send a prize to whoever gets the most weight out of their RV.
Oh yeah, I hope so, because you all know weight is the biggest enemy to RVing. We did this because we emptied everything out of the RV, so it was just a perfect opportunity to do it.
And we try to do that once a year at least, just
At
because
least,
it's
yeah.
a really good habit to get into, just to clean everything and sort through stuff and just make sure there's not stuff you're towing around that you don't need to be towing.
And I also took this opportunity to go to a buddy's house and change my truck brakes.
Yep.
They were due.
It was time.
We were at 100,000, so it was time. So thanks to my friend Tim, we were able to change the front brakes. Man, it's windy here. I just hope it's not too distracting.
Sorry, guys.
It's so annoying.
Sometimes you just gotta film where you gotta film. We ended up leaving Florida and heading to see family and friends in Georgia and South Carolina, and then we made our way to see Nathan and Marissa with Less Struggle More Journey in Tennessee. This trip we were able to see more of Tennessee than we have gotten to visit before, so it was really fun getting to explore some of the local state parks. Cummins Falls State Park was absolutely stunning, and the hike out to the falls and swimming at the bottom was so much fun.
Yeah, that is a beautiful waterfall. It just cascades
Goodness.
different levels. Yeah, we love that thing.
So gorgeous. And then their friends took us out on their boat on Center Hill Lake, which was so much fun to do some wakeboarding. We just have
That
really
was the first time
loved-
you ever got up, right?
Yeah, I've never wakeboarded
First time
before.
trying, and she
Yeah.
got up.
Nice.
She's pretty
Kind
amazing.
Marissa really outdid me on the wakeboarding. She's fantastic. We ended up traveling together with Nathan and Marissa up to Kentucky and finally got to see Mammoth Caves. We absolutely love visiting caves. It's so amazing to me to think about the people who first found
Yeah,
them.
because it's just a small hole in the ground. So, like, it could go
Crazy.
a long time undiscovered. And can you imagine? Can you just imagine the guy that came upon it, super hot down south, like 110 degrees, you round this corner, the right corner, and you feel that blast of cold air, and you're like,
So fun.
well, geez, what the heck is that? And there's a massive cave system down there.
Unbelievable. And the people, back then without electricity or flashlights or anything that were walking around by candlelight, like with ropes tied to them.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, no way. I would not be into that.
True pioneers.
Absolutely, absolutely. We cannot wait to go back when all of the cave system is open so that we can explore every piece of it next time. We headed out of Kentucky and up towards Elkhart to visit Grand Design and Lippert. We had some subscribers reach out to us and offer their property for us to stay on, and we had such an incredible time on their farm. Mike and Beth, thank you
Beautiful farm.
so much
Oh my
for
gosh,
inviting
yes.
us. We really enjoyed the farm as well as your driveway. It was the perfect stop on our way up to Elkhart. As many of you know, we're ambassadors for Grand Design and Lippert, and we were heading up to Elkhart to have some meetings and to say hi to all of our friends up there, as well as to have some upgrades installed on the RV.
Yeah, and that was really the important thing. Lippert did an amazing job. Anything you can do to take the trailer out of the trailer is good by me. And this is what we did at Lippert. So we installed an auto leveling system, and that just took so much of the bounce out of the RV.
Absolutely.
Made the setup process so fast.
Yeah.
We upgraded our axles, so there's a little bit more peace of mind as far as weight is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other upgrades we did was disc brakes. The disc brakes not only look amazing, but they perform really good. Our other brakes work just fine. But
just
I had
works pretty.
I had the gain all the way up on them, but these things stop.
We actually made an entire video when all the upgrades were installed. If you want to check that out, the link will be in the description. It's season 3, episode 43. While we were in Elkhart, we were also able to work with Lippert at one of their amazing volunteer events. Lippert does so much for the community, and we were inspired and just really thankful that we were allowed to be at least a small part of it. We mentioned earlier that we wouldn't be on the road right now if it weren't for friends and family and the home bases that they have created for us, but we also want to thank you guys so much for your support, for subscribing and liking our videos, for following along with our journey. Commenting on everything, exactly, and to the FOS crew. We just want to thank you so much. You are who push us and inspire us every single day, so thank you.
But this isn't one of our normal episodes. We'll be back to our normal video editing next week. So this officially wraps up season 4. Yes.
I know you guys thought it was never going to end.
We are officially done with season 4. So season 5 kicks off next week in Michigan, and we start making our way west across the country, and we can't wait to share with you.
If you are able to grab a shirt before July 1st, make sure you tag us in a photo using hashtag itsbetteroutside. We'll see you next season.